Excellence lives here in northeastern Indiana. It's reflected in more than 200 nationally recognized degrees. It drives our Division I sports. It's alive in our campus life. Excellence has a name, IPFW. Around our campus, around the country, around the world. Excellence lives here. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, two great names.
This is Arts Weekly. Arts Weekly is presented by the College of Visual and Performing Arts at IPFW, offering degrees in fine arts, music, theater, and visual communication and design. IPFW, the energy of the arts.
Thank you for tuning in to Arts Weekly. This week you will have a chance to learn about a few more local holiday productions you won't want to miss. I'm Melinda Haines with the IPFW College of Visual and Performing Arts. In the second half of the show, we'll be joined by David Blackwell of the Fort Wayne Area Community Band. But first, we'll meet Liz Monnier, Artistic Director of Fort Wayne Dance Collective. Welcome, Liz.
Thanks for having me tonight.
Oh, it's going to be interesting to learn all about what's going on at Dance Collective. Now, I think the biggest, most important thing that's coming up right away for you is Nuts and Crackers.
Nuts and Crackers.
So
yes.
tell me what that is.
Nuts and Crackers is a performance by our students and staff at the Fort Wayne Dance Collective with holiday themes and winter themes, and we pretty much let our teachers and students create whatever they want to create. So this year we actually asked some of the kids what they wanted to do. And so one dance is Santa's Treats, where they are actually little cookies and you know, Santa's trying to eat them. And we have pieces about presents, stealing presents, giving presents, tearing presents apart. Of course, there's always some elves and some snowflakes, and the Nuts and Crackers is always different every year. It's really fun creating it. And you know,
you've done it for several years. I mean, this is an annual tradition.
Yeah, I think since the year 2000.
That's and so it changes a little bit every year.
It changes every year. Sometimes we redo costumes. You know, we don't buy costumes for the show. We always make them or reuse them from years before, and it takes a lot of weeks. So parents, when they come in and drop their kids off, they say, well, what are we doing tonight? And it's like, well, we're making headpieces and we're using trim, and here's some ribbon and some scissors, and it's really a family affair where everybody pitches in and creates everything that you see on the stage. So that's what makes it extra fun.
Well, and it's not a recital. I mean, it really, it's a show, it's a concert. So the kids are getting an opportunity to really do something a little bit different than just show off the skills that they've learned.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a neat opportunity for everybody. How long do you work on, you know, this production and rehearsal process?
It's our fall session is only 14 weeks, so we start thinking about it in October, and so we put these dances together pretty fast, actually.
Now, when is this coming up? It's coming up very soon.
Sunday, December 16th. It's at 2 p.m.
2 p.m. at
Southside High School Auditorium, which you access from the south side of the building.
Okay.
So that's this is the second year we've been in that space, and we really enjoy it there.
Well, it's a nice auditorium and an area over there. So now Fort Wayne Dance Collective has a relationship with Southside High School other than just putting the performance on there. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, there has been a dance program at Southside for about the past 8 years. But 2 years ago, the funding was lost for it. And it was almost gone completely, one foot in the grave. So we had relationships with the teachers who taught there and solicited contributions for that program, and so it is administrated now through our nonprofit organization, and it is just continues to grow.
And are these classes that take place during the day?
During the school day.
During the school day.
There are 4 classes, 4 levels. About over 100 kids participate in that program, and they are so enthusiastic. And for so many of the kids, dance is really the reason why they go to school.
Right.
And it helps them with their math and their other classes that they do, and it's just a great stress reliever, especially you can imagine if you remember what high school was like.
Unfortunately, some days weren't so great, yeah.
So it has really grown. We're very, very proud of that program and of all of the students there.
Well, that's a wonderful collaboration when these days sometimes arts programs are not always there the same way that they were. Now I want to kind of just jump back to Nuts and Crackers, because the holiday theme of that is, tell me a little bit about what people are going to see that is Christmas or holiday.
Well, Santa will be there.
I love Santa.
In several different ways, several different characters. There's always some elves. We have one thing that is new to the show this year is some hip-hop classes. So there's a piece called Night at the Mall where everybody's a mannequin, and the security guard comes in and then leaves, and of course
and this is what happens at night.
Come to life after that. We have some very more serious dances that are based on, of course, the winter theme of winds and icicles and snow. There's several pieces about that. We have a piece called A Holiday Haiku, which uses haiku poems with movement. Very lovely piece. So, and we have children ages 3. There's a piece called Christmas Rave that is just hilarious. And a ragdoll dance, and just very colorful. And we have ages 3 through 59 performing, and like I said, a lot of the kids had a hand in creating these dances this year.
Oh, well, that just sounds like a wonderful performance. So Sunday, December 16th, 2 p.m.
2 p.m. Southside High School.
And they can buy tickets at the door?
They can, or through Arts Tix.
Okay.
422-4226.
Okay, great. Now, after the new year, you have a program coming up that's promises to be relaxing.
Yes.
Tell me about this wellness
retreat. The first Saturday of each year, we have a wellness retreat. It starts in the morning, Saturday morning, January the 5th at 8:30, and we start with tea, a little tea, and then we're going to have an awareness through movement class, which is very slow and just an opportunity to get in touch with your nervous system.
Okay.
And then you have a choice of taking a yoga class or a movement fundamental class, and by the end of those 2 classes, you will feel like you are floating into the new year. And then you'll have a fabulous lunch of an Asian themed brunch. So some soup and salad. And,
that sounds like a lovely day.
And just nice people, great social time.
Well, and how can people sign up for this or get more information?
We have a fabulous new website. Tomorrow, it's launching tomorrow, so if you go on sometime tomorrow, it should be bright spanking new. So our website is fwdc.org, as in Fort Wayne Dance Collective.
Yeah.
And you can click on Wellness Retreat and go right to the information.
Well, one thing, too, that I want to ask you about is your dance class for Parkinson's patients. I think this is very unique. I can't imagine anyone else around who has something like that. Tell me how this came to be.
This curriculum for Dance for Parkinson's was started by the Mark Morris Dance Company in Brooklyn, New York, probably 10 years ago. And so now they are spreading that curriculum throughout the country through workshops. And so I went to that workshop last summer in Philadelphia, and I've just done a lot of outreach programs with people with varying abilities. And so this was a really good, perfect fit for me. So we are offering this program through our studio. It will actually be offered through Cinema Center Spectator Lounge in our first level of the building. But it's really a dance class. It's not just an exercise class. The students go through the same kind of warm-up and movement exercises that dancers do.
And your outreach programs are also featured in the Changing Face of Disability program that's airing Friday night here on PBS 39, locally produced production. So I think that's another chance for people to hear a little bit more about that. And if they have an interest in this, again, they call you, or find you on your website to get more information about the Parkinson's class, and that's something you offer on a regular basis.
It'll start in February.
Okay. Now, the choreographer's laboratory, that's something that has been going on for a long time.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
We feel that part of our mission is to help dancers grow and develop and foster their own creativity. So we offer a weekend performance possibility of offering people to submit their own dances, and then we produce them in a concert. And you can submit a proposal, and we'll help you create your dance if you want that. And it's just another way to learn and see new stuff.
Well, and that's
we
another
want people to experiment.
Yeah, and they don't get that opportunity through a lot of more commercial dance studios. So you are definitely different in that way. I don't want to miss talking about Kegwin and Company. This is something you're bringing to Fort Wayne.
Yes,
very
every
soon,
spring we bring a guest company. Sometimes they're from New York City, sometimes from California, sometimes they're from Australia, who knows. But Kegwin and Company is from New York City. They're a very fresh group that it's going to be a really great evening.
And what's the date on that
April
one?
13th.
April 13th.
And it'll be at the Arts United Center.
Okay, so that's something that we won't want to miss either. Your classes that you have them for every age. Is that right? And it's a little bit not a traditional dance class, Tell me a little bit about your, I don't know, the philosophy on teaching dance at Fort Wayne Dance Collective.
We use dance to inspire and empower people of all ages and abilities. So, and I think we're trying to sort of demystify what people often think of as dance. They think people have to have a certain body type or a certain kind of foot, and we really offer our classes for people of all ages and all abilities. We actually have a huge adult population that takes classes at our studio, which is unusual.
And you have a new term starting in January?
January 7th starts our winter spring session of classes, which is also on our website.
Yeah. Everybody needs to go to that website tomorrow. Well, that's great. Thank you so much for being here, Liz. And we will not want to miss this weekend's production of Nuts and Crackers, Sunday at 2 p.m. at Southside High School. As we get ready to meet our next guest, please take a minute to view our performance calendar of what is coming up in our area. You also can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We'll be right back with David Blackwell of the Fort Wayne Area Community Band.